Rookie camp's over with, but I'm still finding clips. We're going to go back to the Washington Commanders and look at Jayden Daniels. On top of that, we're going to get a first look at Luke McCaffrey. We're going to see him catch some balls, run some drills. Also, Jayden Daniels is going to be throwing the rock all over the place. But before we dig in, you need to click that subscribe button right now because we're going hard in the paint looking at these rookies from rookie camp, soon to be OTAs, then mini camp, then training camp, plus those veterans doing those workouts as well. Click that button. Stop missing out. You want to see your players behind the scenes. Here it is, Jayden Daniels from rookie camp. We're going to start off with him. You see Sam Hartman there as well. 44 seconds, so we'll run through the whole thing, and then we'll do it again and talk ball. But first, we're just going to analyze the clips here, which is just pitch and catch. Boom, here we go. There's Luke McCaffrey. I think I see Sennett there as well. Bam, there he is. First look at him. I had a clip from the first set of practices, but it was just one really short clip, and I was hoping for more. Now we got a lot of Luke McCaffrey to look at, a third-round wide receiver, and he's like the last wide receiver from like the top 100 picks or so that I did not get clips on, and now we finally got it. And Jayden Daniels throwing the ball all over the yard. He is slinging it in these drills, moving around. Talking about a quarterback playing with that LSU, being very productive in the SEC, accurate downfield. And then also, we're going to a team here where you got Terry McLaurin. Jahan Dotson didn't have a good year last year, but his rookie season, he looked like he was going to take a step forward. You got Ben Sinnott there. You also got McCaffrey. McCaffrey's an interesting prospect. I haven't talked much about him, but a former quarterback prospect, still learning the wide receiver position. He's got some quicks. He's a guy you can move around a bit. He's a developmental prospect, but considering he's a former quarterback, the knowledge of the game is there, so he could transition a lot quicker than expected. He could be a sneaky guy on the depth chart. He's a guy you want to look at. And then you got Hartman there. If you see him with the helmet off, you see the locks flowing. But on the real, a good developmental quarterback on the back end of the depth chart. Really looked good at Notre Dame, especially just the transition over to the Notre Dame offense last year from the portal. But when we look at Jayden Daniels, we're looking at a guy that was very productive in the SEC, was productive off the rip. His first year there, you saw him turn things over, not throwing turnovers, but transition to being a very productive quarterback there at LSU. And then last year, we all know, it was lights out. It was lights out. He had Malik Neighbors and company, but still accurate downfield. And when he was younger at Arizona State, freshman year or so, he was a hot prospect. Things kind of went sour with that program. He left and transferred out. As after like 2020, the season went bad. It didn't run so hot. Transferred over to LSU. And you know what? He lit it up. He transitioned. He has demonstrated twice in his collegiate career that he can go to a new program and develop quickly, learn the system quickly. He could be a quarterback that really surprises us this year. He could be the quarterback that exceeds expectations. He could be the most productive one. He could be. We got some pieces there. The offensive line needs retooled. This whole team needs rebuilt. You get drafted in the top of any draft, 9 times out of 10, the whole team needs rebuilt. They need to do a lot of building with this team. But when you think about Jayden Daniels, what a lot of people talked about is his fast release. You'll see it come out, boom. And we saw snapshots of him and Drake May. Drake May's release elongated, if that's a word. His release is a lot longer compared to Jayden Daniels. Jayden Daniels gets the ball out fast. He gets the ball out quick, accurate downfield. The mental processor's there. He's proven it. He's proven it against tough competition. Against the top SEC schools, he's able to prove to get the ball downfield accurately. Now, if you're saying, hey, t-shirt shorts, this, that, pass rush, yeah, it's rookie camp. It's rookie camp. What do you expect? Now we're going to go to OTAs. Same thing, but with the veterans mixed in. We're trying to get things installed. We're trying to get to know our players. This is the orientation for these players. This is something we used to not get with rookie camps, OTAs even, glimpses of these practices. Back in the day, you would wait on NFL Network just to get 10 minutes of some practice time of a random team. Now we're getting these clips all the time. And I get I'm playing on the loop, but Commanders fans, they're not going to complain. People are really interested in Jayden Daniels, they're not going to complain. People wondering what I think about him for Dynasty Fantasy Football, they're not going to complain. I think the quarterback position is the hardest position to evaluate in all of sports. I think it's more than just player good, player bad. I think it's the system, the coaches, a lot of stuff you can't foresee on the outside. When I think about him, I think about his skill set. I think what he did at the college level. I think of him as a player that could possibly exceed expectations, be very productive this year, give you something on the field that you're not expecting. I think he has CJ Stroud potential, but the odds of hitting that's not good with any quarterback. That's something you shouldn't really look for. I look for him to be good with this team. I look for him to develop. I really do. I look for him to have a little bit of a ramp up and then really start kicking it into gear once he starts feeling more acclimated to the game. But usually when quarterbacks hit, they hit a lot quicker than you expect. It's usually not like a few years of just hanging around, being okay, just getting by, and then all of a sudden it clicks. It usually clicks within the first year or so. But we will see with Jayden Daniels. I think he's got the goods. I think he's got the accurate ball downfield, productive against good competition. Washington picked their guy. They took him over Drake May. They did their homework. This is going to be their guy. Let me know what you think about him in the comments below. I'm interested to hear about that. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on the way out. Thank you for watching. Catch you on the next video.